back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why? There's no such coaching program like my coaching program. Reason why is because I designed it myself. During the last 8 years that I've been a coach, 7 years off of YouTube, and it's coming to 2 years in October. It'll be 2 years that I've been coaching on YouTube. Really blessed with the kind of clients I have that resonate with my teachings, with my directness, with my personality, with my coaching program that literally is designed to revolutionize your life if you stick to it, if you show up to work, and if you don't rebuttal me. So change is not easy, but you really need to confront the demons in the closet in order to be able to create the change. And so my coaching is very thorough. I go through history in details, in detail, I should say. We work through a lot of things that you have to work through in order to let go of the things that are bothering you today, that are affecting your manifestations today. And then not only then, and that's, 2 to 3 months minimum in my coaching. In some cases, you can get away with a month or two, but you will already have to have done some kind of work, and you literally need to be showing up to work consistently and being deliberate about it. So there have been cases like this in my coaching where people have done it in a month or two. So it's possible. However, on average, 2 to 3 months for covering my coaching program and revolutionizing your life. So I coach in Zoom sessions. If you're into interaction face to face, most people are. I find and or with the phone sessions. So each session is an hour. It's 2 to 3 times per week. In the case of the regular package, in the case of the deluxe one, it's 3 times mandatory. Okay, and in between you have access to me via email, text messages, as well as audios. Okay. So I'm going live really impromptu, and a lot of you will be surprised, but I feel like doing this rather than recording a video. And this is from the series of answering questions from my mailbox. I have like, 5,900 emails more to go. So this is one of those questions being answered. So instead of recording a video, I'm going live. So it's maybe to give you also the opportunity to ask questions. I want to remind everybody really quick to sign up for unless you already have, for my monthly audios, and that I no longer record the educational audios from my channel. That's $350 a month right now. It will definitely go up. It drops every other day, so you will receive 15 audios per month. Okay. And that's true education. I go into areas that I've never gone before on my channel. It's just the truth. And a lot of the material is going to go into my book. A lot of it is around my coaching. All of those audios are built around my coaching. It's practically coaching, with the exception of you don't get to converse with me. Okay, so hence the price for now. There's a deluxe version of that where you get to talk to me, and you have 2 sessions per month asking any questions you want. So that's that. So all the info is below. But I highly recommend ultimately coaching. I mean, if you want to change your life. But some people do both. They do coaching and receiving those audios, which is really, really helpful. And again, I go into, magic spells, remote viewing, things like that, dreams, just all the things that I really wanted to talk about, but I really have to keep it a subscription level because you sign the agreement that this is copyright protected, and because like I said, it's coaching material, so I'm not going to put it up for public consumption. So the question today is about 3D. So I received like a lot of emails about this along the way since I've gotten on YouTube, where people keep asking about 3D, like how do you keep yourself focused, and how it doesn't affect your manifestations, how to do that, how to accomplish that, okay, and how to become this magician who is unbothered. Well, let me tell you something, okay? I remember a time, when I was in my 20s, okay, really bothered by a lot of things. Literally a person could send me into a tailspin simply because of their behavior and this and that and the other. This doesn't happen anymore. Really, really, really not. Here's the difference. In the past, I used to be affected by people to my core. Today, yes, of course, I'm experiencing anger, I'm experiencing even frustration and this, that, and the other. But in my core, I'm stable. So in order to achieve this stability, it's not like you're going to become superhuman, okay? And you're never going to feel frustration or anger, but at your core, you're like the Central Park oak tree. It's my favorite metaphor, where your roots have been there for thousands and thousands of years, and God knows how long they will be there for forever, okay? That's the feeling. You're totally unbothered by anything and anyone because you know your truth. And so, in order to establish this connection with your higher self, with your higher truth, you really need to separate yourself from the mumbo jumbo on the outside. Okay, truly doesn't matter. It's not like things don't happen to me, clearly, the copycat situation, which is totally whatever, so boring and ridiculous, but these things happen to everybody. Okay, so instead of paying attention to that and internalizing it, which I know a lot of people do, and then kind of get veered off onto, another, into another reality, which makes them the slave of circumstances, okay? Keep your truth in check, and every single situation that comes up that's seemingly against your manifestation, turn it into your advantage. Because the reality of things is this: everything is to your advantage if you think this way. Even though momentarily you're frustrated, right? But many times this happened to you in your life, that this shit show situation served you in some way. You learned something, you tightened up your game, you didn't repeat the same mistake, okay, in some cases or in a lot of cases, and or because of this shit show situation, something really great came along later that wouldn't have happened otherwise. I mean, my life is built on these situations, right? So when you know this, then it doesn't fucking bother you at all what's going on in the 3D. Number one, because you know internally you're in control. You're 100% in control, so much so that it's just, like, imagine if you're turning on a television and you don't really like what you're witnessing, is it really going to change your life? No. You can turn the television off and be like, I don't care. I don't care. Okay. So this is kind of like the muscle, I guess, to truly develop, where it's like, I don't care what's going on. I know my truth. So provided you're a person of integrity, you're a person of honesty, you don't harm other people, you don't get on over other people, etc. You don't lie, you don't steal, you don't cheat. And you know your truth so profoundly that nothing and no one can shake you. Right? So it might take extra time or whatever, this, that, and the other. But at the end of it, you know for fuck sure, as the sun comes up every single day, that you get your manifestation. And this, quite frankly, is what I teach all of my, I almost said students, all of my clients in my coaching, to be completely unbothered. Because the reality of things is this: we are programmed to pay attention to the shit show so much that we give it too much, like, power over us, where it should literally be entertainment and kind of like laughing about it. Yes, of course you can get angry in the process, etc., etc. But at the end of it all, you should really be able, at the end of the day, right? Literally at the end of the day, you should be able to make fun of this shit, right? And to continue on with your strategy, with your plan, knowing your truth exactly, your inspirations, which is why, again, Going back to knowing your higher self, knowing the purity of your energy becomes instrumental and imperative, because you can never go wrong when you're guided by your higher self, when you're guided by your intuition, by your integrity and the truth. That's it. Once you decide on something and you're not harming anybody, again, all the stuff, and you're doing this out of literally enriching your life and enriching other people's lives and standing by your truth, okay, standing up for yourself, etc., etc. That's a life to really live, okay? That's a commendable life. That's the life for the books, okay? And therefore, you are charged with magic. I don't know how else to explain it. No 3D, no shit show, no nothing can come against you, because at the end of it all, you are charged with your own magic, because you know exactly who you are. You know exactly where you're going. You know exactly what's going to happen. One of my favorite affirmations, okay, and then I have something really important to say, because the question first. One of my sayings, I don't even like the word affirmation anymore, is I already know how the story ends. I already know how the story ends. So you can, stand on your head 5 million different ways. I already know how the story ends, because it's my reality. It's my construction. It's my truth. It's my integrity being outpictured. So sorry, not sorry. It's going to be the way that I imagined it. It's going to be the way that I say it will be. Okay. No, you're not the only viewer. Relax, Kagan. There are many viewers. They're just not here yet. So, and the other thing, so here's what I really wanted to say. I had one of my mini seminars yesterday, and you know what really troubled me? There was a person in the seminar who was really distraught, and that really left me thinking about a lot of things, about the kinds of coaches that are out there, etc. Because this girl literally collapsed crying. Okay. She was talking about a lot of the coaches that I won't mention. You already know who they are. The cookie cut regurgitators. The ones that regurgitate Neville Goddard and don't have any experience of their own. None, to be exact, because their life does not reflect it. They got on this train of being a coach for money. That's it. No other reason. And the way that it affected this girl really stirred something in me. And I realized how important it is what I do here. Because never did I, when I started this channel, never did I look at what somebody else is doing. Sure, I read Neville like everybody else, read The Secret, this and that, studied a lot of people, but ultimately, like I said, I designed my own coaching program because it literally did not exist 8 years ago. I designed the way that I coach, the structure, everything, because it literally did not exist, because I wanted to give people the opportunity to experience a genuine coach that really is interested in people. And for me, that is the most important thing that I do. And my clients, God bless them, remind me of this every day. And I'm not even trying to brag, but last night was literally, I almost cried myself, because she mentioned like create your future, these kinds of people, and other people I won't mention, Dylan James and blah, blah, blah. This girl tried all the coaches out there. And to her, the way they coached was inhumane, sterile. They didn't address none of her concerns. She wasted a bunch of money. And to her, I was her last lifeline. Her words exactly was, it's either you are my answer or I'm going to commit suicide. This is serious. So when we have copycats like Tracy, your Muse Tracy, you're no fucking Muse. You're a liar and a thief, and you're a tormentor of people. Okay, this is how serious it becomes when you affect people, when you lurk on my channel and you know, write down all the scripts and you pass them on as yours. You lied to the, you just committed perjury, okay, with the YouTube. All of this, you're gonna be up to your ears in bullshit when this story is over. But what troubles me the most is the people that are being affected, because I saw it firsthand. I saw it other things, but this was really like, my hair is standing up on my head right now as I'm talking. Okay, it's really disturbing that some coaches think that this is just another job. It is not. You really need to care about people. You really need to understand that you're going into this, really just, you have to be talking from experience. You have to understand what the fuck you're saying to this person. Okay, one. And two, you have to care about people. It's not a paycheck alone, all right? It's you have to be on board with this person, get emotionally involved and not complain. Okay, like Tracy did. Hi, Melissa. I'm sorry, I'm on the roll here. I'm gonna acknowledge you in a second. Like, why don't they get it? Meanwhile, her own life is a shit show. Okay, it's disgusting. Okay, and sorry, I know I said I wouldn't mention this again, but this is why it's so important to be responsible with this job. And for those of you out there who literally, like, you know, if it feels some kind of weird way for you, if you're just a good person looking for help, right? And if it feels some kind of weird weight for you, it doesn't resonate what the coach is telling you. It feels like off, something is scripted or something is smells like bullshit. Do yourself a favor and don't engage. Don't engage with any coaches until it feels like it resonates with you. Because the coach is an authority figure of sorts, right? And so if the coach tells you like you're not doing this correctly and shaming you or telling you this is the only way and there's no other way or some things are impossible and all this like crap, okay, that it is just the plethora of these bullshit artists, just run away. Okay, my only complaint really in my coaching is some people were disrespectful towards me. Now, granted, okay, a lot of those people, and this is kind of like apropos of what I'm talking about, they were coming off of the rage that they were so unsatisfied with the other coaches before me that they were taking it out on me before we even began, before even like the first dialogue, and I would ask some questions. I already felt their frustration, like they were already ready to jump to this conclusion of like, you're not going to be my answer. And I'm already used to that, but some are more kind of like persistent about it than not in finding the answers. But some are just, you know, fragile people with issues, okay? And I mean, yeah, it was difficult to deal with disrespect and all this kind of bullshit, but I kind of understand almost because of the reality out there. It's 90% of these coaches are shit shows. Okay, I'm just saying it's the truth, not because like, look, I'm doing well. It's like, you know, her argument, Tracy's argument in response to the copyright claim was that I'm jealous that my channel doesn't have as much as her subscribers. Okay, again, the narcissistic mind thinks in subscribers and in money. I think of how many people I help. When I had 500 subscribers on my channel, I was fully booked as I am now. And I had just been on YouTube for like a couple of months. So I was making more money with my 500, okay, if you want to talk in money, with my 500 subscribers than she'll ever make. And I had just gotten on YouTube. And doesn't even include my practice outside YouTube. That's how retarded people think, okay? When you are a narcissist. And that has nothing to do with the kind of help you're providing, the kind of difference you're making. If it's for you, it's about subscribers, then your head is not where it should be. I don't care about the subscribe. I've said this many times. I don't. I know my numbers. There are like 10,000 people that watch me every single month. They're not subscribed to me. I don't know why. I don't care. Okay? It's not like I don't need this approval. I don't have this insecurity. It's about the people that come to me, that they get the help they need. All right? And that's what it's really truly about. And as far as jealousy is concerned, are you fucking kidding me? Why would I be jealous of a copycat? You're copying me. So who am I jealous of? Of myself? It's retarded. It's really literally retarded. Sorry for the word. No other word to find at the moment. Hi Melissa, how are you? Yeah, Keegan, you know, another like whatever. She's gonna try doing all sorts of different accounts until, you know, she exhausts herself, hopefully. But anyway, so this is the importance of it. So don't think that your problems are not fixable. Don't think for 1 second that there isn't an answer for you. There is. And if you come into my coaching, sorry to sound like a salesperson or a broken record, but the truth is the truth. I don't bullshit people. Okay, I don't lie. I come off of my own experience. I know how this is done. I've done this for 8 years over and over again. My success rate is 90%. Okay, pretty high. And I don't have a reason to lie, okay, or this, that, any other. I don't get off on like, you know, oh, look at me. No. Honestly, my joy in life is helping people. I see what can be done, and it like somebody said the other day, Paloma, when do you rest? Okay, whenever I can. Like I always feel whenever I have the opportunities to spend time, like right now I'm live, I have like whatever I have time till my next phone call, my next session, to share something with you guys. So I jump and do that. Okay, because for me it's not for validation, it's like to spread the word as much as I can, and it truly doesn't matter to me how many subscribers or likes or this and that, as long as there are people who come into my coaching that have listened to me for, I don't know, years. Okay, many of those, and this is for whom I keep showing up. Okay, and at some point they'll end up in my coaching or maybe not, but the situation for me is that I get to say something that changes somebody's mind, that if somebody right now thinks that you're not helpable, you are. Okay, just because you exist, you're helpable. That's the story. Okay, so that's that. But jealousy, please. I can sit here and write a fucking book, okay, 5 books if I wanted to, without ever taking one note. Okay, because it's all up in my head. You, my darling Tracy, you know, you need a coach who you copy off of. That's the difference. So why would I be jealous of you? I feel sorry for you because you don't understand how badly this is going to already. Your reputation is ruined. It's so sad. So she doesn't get it yet, how bad this will be. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. So, so for me, it's really foreign to deal with people like that. And for you, I would advise the same. When you are in your power, it's like you can affect the world, no problem. You can affect the world, no problem. Because your truth is like superior of, like, you know, you fly above the bullshit. So when you encounter things in 3D, it's kind of like, wow, that's interesting. Not. Okay, because if you've worked on yourself, if you've gone through your issues, if you've confronted your demons and you know exactly who you are, you don't let things like really bother you. You wake up and you still know who you are. You know your value, etc., etc. And thus, you know your manifestations belong to you. You know that this SP is gaga for you and this and any other. Now, of course, I exclude people who are abusive to you because I don't think that anybody should be bringing up a person like that. However, anything at all, you name it, it should be yours because you just desire it. That's it. Because again, I go on the assumption that you're a good person and that you're honest. You're honest, and your integrity is intact. And then you know what? It's like what I deal a lot with in my coaching. Here's the main problem. There's some assholes that come along once or twice. I've had this, okay? But for the majority of the time, the problem is reverse, okay? Meaning the person thinks that they've done something wrong, that they're not worthy. And actually, that's not the case. It's reverse. It's that they let assholes get away with bullshit all this time. And so just notice what you're doing, right? Stand up for yourself in situations where like, I have nothing to do with you. You're not on my level. You'd be dreaming to be on my level. And the same goes for 3D. Like, I have nothing to do with you. I already know what's going to happen. I constructed the situation, and it wouldn't have been you. It would have been somebody else. I'm learning something here. Sorry for the sirens. New York, what can I do? Yeah. I already programmed the situation. This too shall serve me, because the reality is this. When you stop thinking of things that come against you as not serving you, it serves you. It will serve you. Are you kidding me? So many more people are finding out about me right now that I'm actually the root of the genius that she's promoting. Thank you very much for being my promoter. Now they're meeting the real person who is not scripted, etc., etc. Thank you so much, you know? Whatever, we'll figure out with the YouTube, and eventually they'll decide in my case, obviously, in my favor. But that's the kind of like ability I feel like all of you have to develop, because that girl really shook me to my core, you know, last night in my seminar, where she really is not there yet. And that's a lot of people inside. Like, she just exposed it, you know, she expressed it so vividly. But for me, it was becoming like she illustrated for me so clearly that a lot of people are really deeply suffering inside, because it seems like there is no answer, because a lot of people make it so complex and don't teach it the right way and insist on regurgitating other people, meanwhile having no experience of their own. And that's frightening to me. That was frightening. So if you'll develop this sense of I'm unfuckable, okay? Nobody can fuck with me. It's literally a peaceful center on the inside that tells you a completely different story, you know? Not delusional, but an actual story of your worth, okay? Of your truth, of what it is you're delivering to the world. That you stand by your creations, you stand by your manifestations, that you deserve those things. Then it's an entirely different story, right? So, but if you're thinking, I can't do it, I'm unworthy, people have been telling me and bullying me, because let's face it, we've all been there, like bullied and everything like that, then you're giving the power to that shit show that doesn't have anything on you, right? And so I'm so glad this is happening, because I get to expose it. I don't give a shit. You guys know me. I don't give a shit. I'll post it. I'll talk about it. Once I'm talking about it, you won't shut me up. Because for me, I love people so much that it matters to me that they know what's real. And that's why I started my channel. Sorry, Jake's here. It's flying in the air. I'm a no bullshit person. I want everybody to know what I knew, okay? What I found out rather, and wished I knew when I was in my 20s. I wouldn't spend so much fucking time on worrying, on whatever, you know. It wouldn't affect me back then so much. And I see a lot of people being affected by stupid people, like to their core, where it's like, wow, you know, real effect. Anyway, so that's the maintenance that you have to do day in and day out, to stay in your head. Like I said, the metaphor I used, turn the television off. start playing the fairy tale in your mind, meaning the outcome that you want. And that's an exercise. And at some, in the beginning, you might feel like I'm delusional, No, you're not. You're just sticking with your truth. You're sticking with your world of preference while somebody else may try to impose some shit on you. It's not mine. Fuck off. It's not mine. Why are you bothering me right now? Like, please, like, if somebody had three heads on their shoulders or whatever, you would look at them weird, and that's how you should look at these people or circumstances or whatever. No, no, you're mistaken. You've got it all wrong. So anyway, so that's 30 minutes, which is about the time that I wanted to spend on this. I have about maybe 5 minutes more. If anybody has a comment or a question or whatever, but you guys, seriously, the more I record my audios, the Magic and Miracles monthly audios, the more I'm like, this shit is amazing. Not to brag, all right? Not to brag, but seriously. And I'm like, last night I was recording the drop, and you know, I was just like, I better raise the price. This is too cheap for this much information. I was literally thinking that. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm being honest. Like, it's a lot of information that I think like I said, the only difference is like between this and me coaching you, like one-on-one, is that you don't get to talk to me. But there's a lot of information that I'm sharing there for now that, you ain't getting anywhere. Number one. Number two, that I share in my coaching only. So that's why I took them off of my YouTube. But anyway, well, Alana, that is my audiobook. I discussed this. Alana says, maybe you could do an audiobook. Well, I discussed this already. This is my audiobook. But so imagine it's 15 audios per month. That's minimum like 30 minutes each. So that's how many hours? It's about 7 hours, a little over 7 hours of an audiobook. Who the fuck is going to listen to a 7-hour audiobook? It's a lot easier to break it down in like steps, right? And again, right, so she goes, oh, I see. And again, it's a subscription because it's coaching. It's way more than an audiobook. It's coaching. So if you upgrade, let's just say you upgrade, like let's just say you sign up for $350, right, today. And then at some point you feel like, you know what, I want to have an interaction with Anna, and you upgrade to the Deluxe. All you have to do is just pay the difference, right? So I discounted, my rate went up, it's $250. And I discounted that, and it's like $200 instead, right? So for $750, you get to be on the phone with me for 2 sessions that month and ask questions. That's pretty fucking good for $750. I would take advantage of that like immediately. Because I'm serious, like yesterday I was, so you know how I record everything. I don't script myself. I just write literally the title, and then I channel. I discuss like literally like tonight I think I'm recording something about remote viewing. I don't know, I have to check. I have so many like subjects, and that's it. That's the title, remote viewing. So who the fuck knows what's going to come into my mind as I'm recording it? But I promise you, it almost sounds like it doesn't sound like scripted audiobook, but I don't stumble. I don't, just like I do my audios, I don't pause. It just goes, and goes. Because the idea, it's just there. And at the right moment, I'm just, I go for it. Oh, you saw my clothing design. Yeah, that's one of the versions of it. We have a different site now and everything. That was one of the versions of the website, though. I have a bunch of other things that I've created. But anyway, thank you. In other words, you don't know my latest work. But thank you so much. So that's why it's not an audiobook. And it's a lot better because literally it goes like in some audios I give you even instructions, um what to do, like an exercise. And so basically it's like, it's not an audiobook, it's coaching, right? So if you do exercises, like you learning from the exercise, like, I mean, yeah, some books maybe give you exercises, but not the way I do. It's literally like you last night again, I caught myself thinking, this is coaching. I better like up it to 1,000 or something. I don't know, something like this. At the very least, like, I don't know, 750 or something, maybe something like that. Because you would like, you guys all write to me like how great my channel is, and I appreciate that. But I keep saying it and it sounds like I'm promoting myself, which who the fuck else is going to promote me other than me? I don't get it. People who have problem with that. But it's really the truth. Like when I had this epiphany of like, I want to record off YouTube, it's just, I don't know, the quality is different. There's a lot more that comes through. Also because somehow, honestly, and this is just coming to me, I know you guys like to hear a lot about SPs. And to me, like, there's so much more that I want to talk about than SPs. And I do talk about in my coaching, where it's like, again, like I already talked about this, but a lot of people are really surprised when I coach them and they tell me, wow, I thought you were just, coaching with SPs, but you're like a well-rounded coach. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And so I didn't really want to be an SP coach anymore. I mean, I get it, like you guys want that, etc., but that's not everything. That's not even the beginning, you know what I mean? Because again, the irony is when you really work on yourself, when you do the work on you, somehow the SP just shows back up, like without even trying. You know what I mean? Like it becomes so easy. It just does. It just does. When you have your shit together, like I said, you're unfuckable with. Like again, temporarily you might get sad. You might get this. You might get do anger, da da da. We're all human beings, all right? I'm a human too, and this and that. But here's, again, just to kind of like leave you with this, and then I have to close. Imagine yourself as like a bright light, you know? Like your aura is bright light, and you've polluted this aura. Or not you, like, intentionally polluted it, but through life, like, shit happened, okay? Through your childhood, shit happened, and this and any other. And there's a lot of darkness, maybe, around you right now. And this is the reason why you cannot distinguish between you and yourself, between your energy and the darkness. You think that the darkness is somehow part of you. It is not. Are you listening to me? It is not. N-O-T. Darkness is just an experience that somebody projected onto you, and you internalized it and made it your own. That's what a lot of people do. That's what all people do, in fact. Okay? And so in coaching, what we're doing is cleansing your aura, right? Your information around you that keeps attracting on automatic pilot. Okay, so nothing is fucking wrong with you. What it is that you need to differentiate between your energy and the outside energy, hence the topic, how 3D doesn't fucking matter. You can just observe it and be like, interesting. Not. Next. Okay, yes, you can experience it like a movie, you know what I mean? Again, the analogy being the television or a movie and this and that. But be like, okay, so I experienced those emotions in the present moment. They washed over me without staying with me. Big difference. They washed over me. Like imagine if you're made of light again and some kind of dirt just drops on you, washes off of you, but you're still made of light. Hoopla. Why? Because you know where your energy starts and ends, and the shit show begins. That's it. I just gave it to you. Anyway, thank you very much for coming on. I know I didn't give you any notice, but still, you can rewatch it from the beginning. And if you want to be part of my coaching, all the information is below. You can always book an hour first and then proceed to the month-to-month. You will be glad you did. And so, yeah, thank you. Big kiss, Melissa. I'll talk to you soon. I guess I will. Bye.